Hello and welcome to the Economy This Week series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about important economic events which had happened in the past week, and this session is important for your GES 3 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the deposit insurance, then we are going to discuss about the sandwich generation, then we are going to discuss about unemployment dip in urban areas. So these are topics of discussion. Before that, we have an important announcement for you. Drishti IAS is in Noida and our Drishti IAS address is C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, and nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. ISGS Foundation course is available in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. So classes has begun, and if you want to know more information related to Drishti IAS or any classes, you can call on to the number 87501. We had also started our PYQ series, UPSC PYQ series. So we had started since 15th of February. So do check all the episode of the PYQ series. So coming to the discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the deposit insurance. So in short, we should know that from where this news has come. So there was an incident in New Cooperative Bank, and after that RBI has taken some decisions. So here, what is deposit insurance and how will raising it help you? So this is a very good financial knowledge. We must know about such knowledges in order to maintain our financial stability. So first of all, we should know that what is deposit insurance. So suppose that you are depositing your money in a bank, and then bank declare itself that the bank has failed and the bank has become bankrupt. In that case, you might worry that what will happen to my money. So there is an insurance of rupees up to 5 lakhs in each account. So suppose that you have a 10 accounts in a bank in a different segments or in a different branches. So you will get up to 5 lakh of insurance. So this is about the deposit insurance. So the government is considering increasing the insurance cover for bank deposit from current limit of rupees 5 lakh, Financial Service Secretary M. Nagaraju said on Monday. So here we are also thinking that might be this cap would increase, and deposit insurance cover is offered by the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, a specialized division for the Reserve Bank of India. So here we'll discuss recent RBI action on New India Cooperative Bank. So there was a case of New India Cooperative Bank. Into that case, there was some problems related into this bank, New India Cooperative Bank. So RBI superseded the bank's board for 12 months due to poor governance. Restrictions also imposed: no fresh loans, investments and liabilities without RBI approval. So RBI has imposed restriction onto this bank, and the bank had rupees 2,436 crore in deposits and had posted losses in previous years. So this was the case of the New India Cooperative Bank. How deposit insurance works? So all commercial, regional, rural, local area and cooperative banks except primary cooperative societies are covered. Covers savings, fixed, current and recurring deposit, but not government or interbank deposits, and premium is paid by banks, not depositors. So this is about limit of rupees 5 lakh applies per depositor per bank, including both principal and interest. So up to 5 lakh per depositor per bank. So here it is, suppose that you have in A, the bank name is A, another bank name is B, and you have invested here up to 4,50,000 and here up to 4 lakhs. So into that case, you will get this thing. Now we are coming to the claim process for depositors. So depositors of New India Cooperative Bank must apply with proof of identity and account details, and CGC will make payments by May 14, 2025 subject to claim verification. So what is the history of deposit insurance cover? So it was introduced into 1962 and it has increased 6 times. So it has initially started from 1500 to 5 lakh. Right now it is 5 lakh, and government is considering that we must increase this cap. Currently 97.8% of the accounts are fully insured, higher than the global benchmark. So this is a very positive in terms of the financial stability. Need for revision. By observing rising deposits, economic growth and inflation, RBI officials suggest periodic upward revision of the insurance limit, and increased deposit insurance would enhance depositor confidence and protect the banking system. So we'll see that what government is taking decisions into that. For now we have a limit up to the 5 lakh rupees. Now we are coming to the sandwich generation. So this is the news. Aging parents, growing kids, report reveals sandwich generation's finance woes. So first of all, we should know that what is this sandwich generation. So we have the workforce of 35 to 54 years of the people who have the responsibility of the two generation. One, their younger generation, which is their kids, another which is their parents. So they are taking the financial liability of the two generations. So this is called as a sandwich generation. So 60% of India's sandwich generation is worried about the financial security, a new survey suggests. So we already had discussed that what is sandwich generation. So this particular term was introduced in 20th century due to increased lifespans and changing the economic system and childbearing ages. So this is about the sandwich generation. Now we are going to discuss that what report reveals. So there was a key findings from Edelweiss Life Insurance YouGov survey, and into that survey 60% feel their savings investments are never enough for the future. 50% worry about running out of money driven by rising cost of living, education and healthcare. Reliance on credit card loans is high, leading to premature liquidation of the investment. So what happens that people do FD and so many other investment, but due to the medical care, due to any kind of circumstances, there is a early exit from all those investments. So this is about that, and this data has been from the people who are earning more than a lakh. So the what you can say income cap is up to 1 lakh to 2.5 lakh. So here you can see that the people who are earning this much of high, still they are feeling financially insecure. Top financial concerns what they have: future education cost for children and healthcare for parents, work-life balance and financial security in old age, and there is a problem of balancing the short-term aspiration with the long-term goals. So that's why they are called as a sandwich generation. First, they are sandwiched between the younger generation and the older generation. Also, they are sandwiched between the short-term aspiration and long-term goals. So what can be the short-term aspiration? So they want to raise their standard of living, they want to go on the holidays. Also long term, that they want to have a happy retirement. They also want that their children marriage should be heavily invested. So these are the top financial concerns for these age group, these employment group or income group. Now we are going to discuss that what is the financial behavior. So they prefer life insurance, health insurance, mutual funds, equity and bank FDs, but often withdraw investment early. We had already told you because of the various other circumstances, mainly the medical reasons, that they often withdraw early. High guilt around spending. 43% of the feel they can't enjoy their money due to the concerns about the future security. Average monthly household income is 1 to 2.5 lakh. So here we can see still they had this, they cannot enjoy life because of the financial insecurity. Need for financial planning. So what could be the reason? So they need to consult the financial expert that how to maintain their household and how to balance the work life and life balance. And the generation faces money dysmorphia. So what is this money dysmorphia? It can be asked in your prelims examination. This term is very much interesting. So it is a feeling financially insecure despite having resources, because here you can see that the people are earning more than a lakh, still they are feeling insecure. So that is, this symptom is called as money dysmorphia. Seeking professional financial advice could help them better plan and reduce emotional and financial strain. So this is about the sandwich generation, and they are suffering from the money dysmorphia. So they need a good advisor to balance their finances. Now we are coming to the next one, which is about the unemployment rate in urban areas dip. And this is the news. Unemployment rate in urban areas dips to 6.4% in December quarter, and SSO data, NSSO data. So here the unemployment rate for people aged 15 years and above in urban areas dipped to 6.4% in the October to December quarter, and this data has been released by National Sample Survey Office. And what is unemployment rate and what is the joblessness we have? So joblessness and unemployment rate is defined as the percentage of unemployed people in the labor force. So suppose that we have 2 lakhs of the labor force, and out of 2 lakhs 1 lakh people are facing the job crisis. So what could be the percentage? So it could be the 50% of the joblessness. Now we are coming to the next one, which is about the what are the urban unemployment trends. So here we are talking about the urban unemployment trend. So the unemployment rate in urban areas for people aged 15 years and above stood at 6.5% in December quarter financial year 2024, remaining flat compared to the previous quarter, 6.4. So this as per the 25th periodic labor force survey. Here we have more highlights. Female unemployment rate, so it has declined from 8.1% to 8.6%. So this is about the female unemployment rate. Then we have male unemployment rate. So male unemployment remains stable. So it is 5.8%, similar to the same quarter last year, 5.7%. Then labor force participation rate, so it has increased. There is a slight increase, so from 49.9% to 50.4%. So there is a slight increase into this. And understanding the data, so labor force individuals engaged or seeking work for economic activities. So suppose that any people are working and involved into any economic activities, so they are counted as a labor force. Then current weekly status, so in a week if a person has not worked even for 1 hour, so the person is termed as a unemployed for that week. So this is about that thing. PLFS launched in 2017 by NSSO provides quarterly employment data helping track workforce trends and policy effectiveness. So this is the importance of the periodic labor force survey. Now we are coming to the discussion of the question. So with reference to Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, consider the following statement. It is wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India. It provides insurance cover to all types of bank deposits, including deposits by foreign governments. The current deposit insurance cover is rupees 5 lakh per depositor per bank. Which of the statement given above is are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So you can answer into the comment section. Now we are going to discuss about the next one. Consider the following statement regarding sandwich generation. It refers to individuals who are financially responsible for both their children and aging parents. This generation faces challenges such as high reliance on credit, rising cost of living and expensive healthcare. Life insurance, mutual funds, equity are the most preferred financial instrument among these generation. Which of the statements given above is are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So you can answer into the comment section. Then we'll come to the last question. With reference to periodic labor force survey, consider the following statement. It was launched by National Statistical Office in 2017. It provides quarterly and annual estimate of unemployment in both rural and urban areas. The labor force participation rate for individuals aged 15 years and above in urban areas increased to 50.4% 1% in October to December 2024. Which of the statement given above is are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So you can answer into the comment section. Also, you have to drop a comment into the comment section that during the whole discussion, which word is catchy for you? For me, sandwich generation. You can answer into the comment section that which word is catchy for you and which word is new for you. So that's it for today's session. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.